Hi, this is Don McAllister and welcome to another Tip of the Week video. I've covered Garageband in the past, but recently I had an email from Carl Clem suggesting a quick primer on creating a ringtone for your iPhone. So I'm going to do this on the iPhone, but first I'm going to go over to my Mac and get an MP3 file from YouTube. Now you can use any song in your iTunes library as long as it's not protected, so that means you can't use Apple Music downloads, but any of your own music you can use. I'm actually going to go ahead and download a file from YouTube. There's a metal ringtone file. If I just play it in YouTube. Okay, so that sounds great for an iPhone ringtone. If you need to, you might need to capture the audio, but the people who provided this particular track have given us a download link for an MP3 file. So I'll click on there, and then we'll click on download. There is an advert at the background. We'll just get rid of that, and that's now downloading. Once it's downloaded, to get it into iTunes, I can just play it from here. Okay, so that's now in iTunes. Okay, so that's given it a few minutes to synchronize with music. If we go across to music on the iPhone, there we have our new track. If I just tap on here, what you do need to do though is to have it stored locally on the iPhone. So if I just tap on here, that will download it to the iPhone and store it locally. Now once it's downloaded, we'll go into Garageband. So I'm going to use Garageband on the iPhone. Come out of here. So into landscape mode, we'll just open GarageBand, and I need to create a new song. So if I hit the plus on the top, create new song. Now I need to use one of these smart instruments to start my song off, although we're not actually going to use any of the smart instruments. But let me just select Smart Keyboard. And we need to get another control up on the top. And to do that, I'm just going to hit record and just bash play anywhere and stop record. Right, you'll now see, just stop that. We have another icon, 3 icons across on the top border. If I tap on there, it takes us into our track listing. So what I want to do now is hit the loop icon, go to music, and go to, let's see, albums. If I find that album that was in, if I just scroll down, it is Newest Covers, Toxic X Eternity. And that is the song I want. Just tap and hold and drag this onto the track, and that will import the audio file. And you can see the waveform there. We've got the quiet intro, and then it goes into the heavy metal aspect. Now I could trim this if I wanted to. I could actually trim this, but I won't. I'll leave it starting at the very beginning. And basically that is it. So now what we need to do, we need to delete this track. I don't really want the grand piano playing. So we'll do that. We'll say delete. And that is our track. Now to save this as a ringtone, if I go back up here, go back to my songs. Right, so my song 2, if I just tap here, let's call this metal ringtone. Okay, we'll say done. Now, if I select, tap my metal ringtone, hit the share button, and there is an option here to save as a ringtone. If I tap on ringtone, that's the name, and say export, I've got the option to use sound as. So it can be a standard ringtone, a standard text tone, or I can assign it to a contact in my contacts list. But let's just go ahead and say standard ringtone. And we'll say done. And now, if I come out of here, go into settings, go into sounds, and you'll see here my ringtone is my metal ringtone. And there we go. So you can use any unprotected music track. So you can't use stuff in Apple Music, but any of your own personal music that you've ripped or that you've bought and purchased and is unprotected, you can bring into GarageBand and convert to a ringtone. Well, I hope you found that useful, and if you want to keep on top of using your Apple devices, there are over 700 full video tutorials available to ScreenCastsOnline members, covering all aspects of the Mac, iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, and even the Apple TV. Now, members receive a new full Apple-related video tutorial every week, as well as a free subscription to the Screencasts Online monthly magazine, packed with videos and articles on getting the most out of your Apple devices. Now, you can get your free 14-day trial membership over at ScreenCastsOnline.com, or check out some of the free content over on the SCO Showcase app on the iPad, iPhone, and Apple TV.